Hey there everybody, we're going to go through a local Goodwill store here. I'm going to show you how I use the eBay app to make sure I'm buying things that are worth the time and money to buy, okay? So it's not a perfect video, but you will definitely get the gist of how I do it and you'll see what goes on. So I like to look at shoes because I'm always trying to find shoes that are unique. This shoe here was definitely unique. It was a foreign shoe somewhere in Europe. So I wanted to pull that to make sure I keep it with me to check it out. And then you see as we go down the line here, I'm looking at the wear and tear, the types of shoes. This one here, you'll see the blue one, the Kathy jeans. Kathy jeans are always unique. You know, they're not rare, but they're definitely unique in color. So I wanted to pull those as well. So right now you see this shoe, I'm looking at it. Looks like a foreign made shoe. Now you see how I touch the app there, right? And I'm looking at the shoe with the app. I'm pointing there for you so you can understand what I'm doing. What I'm doing right there, I'm going to take a photo of the shoe. Yeah, it's got that cool app there to take a photo. This is the eBay app. So I take a photo of the shoe because I want to make sure I'm looking at the right shoe, the right brand, the right type. So eBay has shoes that are like that, are very similar to it. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm scrolling, and I'm still trying to find out, is this the shoe there that I'm looking at or not? And so sometimes you guys gotta do this maybe 4 or 5 times in the store or at home too before you go, but in the store for sure while you have the product there in the store with your app. And that's what I'm doing. This takes time, it takes some patience, but sometimes you guys can score big home runs, so it's very much worth it, right? So I'm going to verify again this name just to make sure that's a foreign name. Looks like somewhere in Europe, I think. So for me, European shoes in America always sell well. So at this point here, I couldn't find the photo of it. I just couldn't find the match for the shoe. So what I'm going to do here again, I'm going to verify. I'm going to double check again. You see me scrolling down there. Hit the for more. You can go into the completed sales. There we go. And sold. I'm scrolling down there. There we go. Sold. Completed. Because what I'm trying to do, guys, I'm hitting the completed and the sold because I want to see how many of these kinds of shoes have actually sold. And I see there are some of this brand that has sold, but not the one I have right there, not the brown leather. Now, at this point here, it's kind of a risk, right? You can still buy it if you want to, but there's nothing in there from any past sales that show me this might be a shoe worth selling. Unless you want to keep a product for 3, 6, 9 months, that would be up to you. But I like turnovers very fast, so I didn't buy that shoe. This Kathy Jean one again looks very interesting. I look for the price, of course, look where it's made at, of course. I say, now I know Kathy Jean's kind of popular in America for a special select type of customer. So I definitely like to look at Kathy jeans. That one costs $14.99, I believe. So basically $15 for this shoe. I'm always looking for shoes to get at least a double to sometimes triple resale value on them. So when I start to scan this shoe, I'm looking for at least a $30, profit on these shoes, if not more. So again, I'm going to go for a photo. You see me doing that right there. And I'm going to see if I can see a photo of these exact shoes on the eBay app. And so I'm scrolling, as you can see. You'll be doing this a lot. You will get used to it. Scrolling, because you're trying to find that, if not the exact match, something very close, the same brand name, maybe a different color, right? And so, I'm saying I can't find it. So what I do, I'm going to type it in now. You see the way I typed it in there, right? Kathy Jean blue shoes now. So let's try that. So I'm showing you different ways in which you can use the app to your advantage through photos and through typing in the name exactly. And I'm going to try to search for it again using that way. So again, you have to have some patience. Remember what I told you before. If you're going to go do this, you need some time, maybe 1, 2, 3 hours sometimes, just to make sure you get the right product. Because remember, you are investing, right? It takes money to make money, but don't waste your money on stuff that's not going to sell, of course, right? So again, I'm looking at the app again. I'm saying, still can't find this shoe. I did the words, I did the photo, and still it's just not coming up. So I'm probably and most likely am not going to buy this shoe. And at the end of the day, I did not buy that shoe because I couldn't find an exact match, and that's what you want. So here I'm going to give you an example of how the app can be used for barcodes. Okay, so here we go. This game. Games sell well as long as you get a good game to sell. It's not scratched up or messed up. Games tend to sell well because younger people like them. So again, this game's here. I'm looking at it. It's a PS4 game. Interesting, right? Check it out again. Instead of going for the photo, right, I'm going to go for something else. See down there? I'm going to go to the top here. Go to my camera part again. But this time, we're going to go for the barcode. The barcode, okay? You scan down to the barcode. Not there, not there, not there. There's your barcode. Boom. There we go, right? And now I'm looking at the games. Because I remember I used the barcode. A barcode is a very, very accurate way of finding out what something costs for you, of course, right? Of course, I'm going to go to the sales now because I want to see how many of these games have sold and for how much, because I want to make sure it's worth the buy for me to buy it. This game here, that Goodwill cost $6. So you'll see what I'm talking about in 1 minute here. You can see what they sold for on eBay. And they sell for about, I saw on eBay, about $8 to $9. And you'll see, I'm trying to get it all figured out for you. Kind of rough sometimes to do these videos for you, but I'm doing it. And so again, I look at the price of these games online on eBay, and for me, it's not worth it because it shows maybe a $2 or $3 profit there. You'll see as I scan, I'm scanning down there. I'm looking at other games too, but this is not the kind of profit for me at least, right? Some people sell high volumes of these games, maybe get a $2 or $3 profit. For me, that's not worth it. I'm a small store, so I don't really have the interest of storing these things that long or making only $2 or $3 per sale, so I just didn't do it. Now, there are some pretty hot games out there you can find. Usually I find those at garage sales. People just trying to get rid of their games, get rid of their game boxes, whatever. They like to sell those things and get rid of them. But otherwise, it's hard. And this, I want to show you one more thing too. This is a really old eggs and egg stand. It's really unique, and I wanted to show you about this really interesting egg stand because I tried to use the barcode and it just wasn't showing me a whole lot. There's the barcode right there, right? And so when I do that with the barcode, as you can see, and sorry for this picture, it's a little sideways right now, but I want you to see how I use the barcode feature, and it just didn't show me what I needed to see though. So there we go, see? Nothing came up at all. And I was kind of, So usually what that means is the product is so old, the barcodes don't record it anymore. It's just too old to show anymore. And that happens. You'll see that sometimes, especially if you go for the vintage stuff, you'll see that sometimes the barcodes don't give you a whole lot of information. So what do you do next? Well, what I did next, I went for the picture. I said, okay, let me try to find this thing in a photo. And so that's what I did. And so with the photo, in fact, this is one of those rare times where the photo was more revealing than the barcode. And I think because this is such an old type product here. And there we go. You see the product there. Looks very interesting. I'm looking at it and I see, okay, now I'm close to what this is, right? You can see I'm scrolling because again, you're going to come close, right? This is the same company, but it's not the same exact product, right? It's like looking at maybe like buying a candy bar from Hershey's, but say you want a candy bar with peanuts in it, right? But they don't have that. They only have the candy bar with Hershey's. Same situation here. This the cottontail the display was close to the one I had in my hand there at the store, but it wasn't the exact one. Now, you can still take that chance. I mean, this wouldn't have been so bad. I didn't buy it, but here you get at least a double the profit if you sold it. So that's not too bad. As long as you have the buyer pay for shipping, this would have been okay. But I just didn't buy it. I wanted to show you this just to show you how to use the eBay app to your advantage, and that's why I did this. So This is a close one. You know, if I had time or if I had more interest, I might have bought this one to tell you the truth. But you know, my store is pretty my store is pretty active right now, so I'm very careful right now to what I add to my store because remember, I'm looking for the fast flip, maybe a month or two. I don't want to hold things very long in my store. So that's about it. I'm leaving the store now. So I want to show you guys as I walk out of there what I'm looking at. I look for things that are unique, you know, shoes, pants, whatever. I look for unique stuff all the time. And I'll tell you why, because in the Goodwill stores, I can do that because I only source from Goodwill for about 50% of my product, if probably less than that, to tell you the truth. So again, I found a unique pair of shoes. Said, that's very interesting. But I'm sure I kept on going. And there we go. So I wish you guys some luck. I hope this video helped you guys out. And if you have any questions, of course, give me a comment down below. And please tell me what state you are watching me from. And please subscribe. I would really appreciate it.